civic society representatives, government officials, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant good day. Today, I'm extremely happy to be given the opportunity to speak to you on behalf of the cannabis growers of our region. Our region constitutes part of the geographical wall that produces more than 50% of the world's cannabis. To some people, this is a stigma. This is a blot in our region's history. To some others, it doesn't matter. But to families like mine, you know, I was born to a rural family whose grandchildren and great-grandchildren, whose descendants are cannabis growers. So to families like mine, to the poor cannabis grower in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in Jamaica, and to their counterparts in other parts of the hemisphere, it represents livelihood. Livelihood because it is the means by which they feed, they clothe, and provide shelter for their children. It is the means by which they send them to school. In the same way that cannabis once constituted part of the culture of the ancient Chinese and of the pharaohs of North Africa thousands of years ago, cannabis has become an integral part of the culture of the people of our region. We use it in the preparation of our meals. We use it to treat our sick. We use it as a means of recreation. And in the case of our Rastafarian brothers and sisters, it is used as a religious sacrament. Ladies and gentlemen, I come from a country that is renowned for its production of cannabis. I have more than 40 years experience championing the cause of cannabis growers. I'm the chairperson of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cannabis Revival Committee, a body that constitutes in the main cannabis growers. In 2009, the first global forum, I was part of that body. We held a meeting in Spain. Over 50 representatives of cannabis growers, experts, and academics met to discuss issues concerning opium poppy, coca, and cannabis. For several days we sat, familiarizing ourselves with each other, discussing common problems, and charting a way forward. So I know their pain, I know their sorrows, I know their trials, I know their tribulations. And it is against this background that I've been entrusted to talk on their behalf. And I'm very well obliged to do that. Cannabis growers do not engage in the cultivation of cannabis because they are drug traffickers, but it is out of economic necessity. Talk to the cannabis grower, you will hear the same story. A story of poverty and a story of unemployment. If you think otherwise, if you think that our growers are wallowing in monies because of the cost of their produce, visit their homes, ask them about their lives. The harvesting of cannabis is not an indication that corn has come to Egypt. It is not an indication that mouths are going to be fed. There's no guarantee in this business. There are no assurances. Some live in modest houses. Some are able to take care of their families better than others. But for the majority of them, repossession of basic things, household goods, and disconnection of utility services like water and electricity are hallmarks of their lives. The legislation that makes cannabis illegal in our region targets mainly farmers. Farmers are the most victimized. They are viewed as the root of our drug problem. In addition, they are least protected. They are at the mercy of unscrupulous middlemen and women who credit their produce only to come back and bring Nancy stories. They are subject to the rules of armed gangsters and pirates who rob them of their produce. They are also at the mercy of unscrupulous, corrupt government officials, and they face the brutality of law enforcement agencies who brutalize them and sometimes shot and kill them. The thought that by forcibly eradicating cannabis growers' farms will resolve the problem is wrong. Take St. Vincent the Grenadines, for example. Eradication began from the days cannabis was being produced for personal and domestic uses. Today, for 50 years later, despite continued eradication exercises, St. Vincent the Grenadines has emerged as one of the largest producers of cannabis in the world based on its size and its population. Something has got to be wrong. The old approach is not working. The example of California and Colorado and other states in the United States of America show that there is another way. And most recently, the example of our neighboring Jamaica shows that there is another way. At this point, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the St. Vincent the Grenadines Cannabis Revival Committee and on behalf of the steering committee of the Second Global Forum to compliment the Jamaican government. Jamaica, we salute you. Your step is a step in the right direction. The discussion on the health benefits of cannabis and on decriminalization has begun among the heads of government of CARICOM. The CRC welcomes this move, but we are concerned with the slow progress of the matter. We are concerned with the lack of information or insufficient information about the process. But most of all, we are concerned about the lack of farmers' representation in a debate that is so close to them, which ultimately is going to affect them more than anyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, our growers need equal and sustainable development of their rural economies. Our girls need agrarian reforms. Our girls need alternative development and development of lawful uses of cannabis. We need decriminalization. In short, there must be a new approach if we are to successfully deal with the drug problem that is affecting our region. As I speak to you, a new organization called Caribbean Law Reform Coalition is in the making. This is a strength. This is a plus to our movement. In conclusion, I want to wish this informal dialogue the best of success. Thank you very much.